This is every single Premier League club's Young Player of the Year from this season. And to qualify this, you have to be 21 or younger when the season started. So from Arsenal, it's between Lewis Skelly, Max Dowman and Christian Mosquera. I do think Mosquera has probably played at the highest level this season out of them three. And then from Aston Villa, there's no choice whatsoever because the only under-21 that's played considerable minutes this season is this man, Lamar Bogard. Maybe that's something Villa should be targeting in the next few years. Well, then Bournemouth, it's the complete opposite because there's a plethora of options. I'm not going with Ryan and I'm not going with Eli Krupi, which is absolutely mental. Both of them have had incredible seasons. But overall, Alex Scott, I think, has probably been the best performer out of them three. Brentford's a straight shootout between this man, Michael Coyote, and Yehor Yarmolyuk, both of which I think have had very, very good seasons. But I've got to go with Michael Coyote. This is one of the best young right-backs in the world. From Brighton, you've got Jack Hinchelwood, Yassine Ayari, Carlos Baleba's had a bit of a poorer season, but he still qualifies for the Young Player of the Year. But overall, I think Yankuba Minta's probably been the best out of them. For Burnley, it's got to be Leslie Ugachukwu. I can't believe this guy's still only 22. He was 21 when the season started. I think he's probably been Burnley's best player this season in general, never mind just young. And then Chelsea, the vast majority of their squad is sort of between 23 and 26. So under 21, there's only really Estevao and Yorel Hato. And I do think Yorel Hato's grown into the season really well. But overall, it's got to be Estevao. Then I can't quite believe that Adam Wharton still qualifies for Young Player of the Year. But he does, so he's Crystal Palace's. Although shout out to JD Canvo, who I think's also grown into the season really well. Everton's choices are really, really big, to be honest. You've got Tyler Diblin, Tyreek George or Harrison Armstrong. So overall, I'm probably going to go with him just about. Fulham's very simple. It's Josh King. And then Leeds, well, young players is certainly something that they're going to need to target going into next season because their only under-21 player who's got any minutes this season is Facundo Buonanotte, who joined on loan in January and has only played 3 times. Been massively disappointing. But well done, your Young Player of the Year. Liverpool, you could go with Milos Kerkez, but I think it's got to be Rio and Gamoa, really. The fans absolutely love him. And then City have 3 really top candidates for this prize. You've got Abdou Kadir Kusanov, who's had a really good second half of the season. Nico O'Reilly is the obvious one that I think most people will go with, but I'm going to go with Ryan Cherki. I think he's just been absolutely incredible. United's pretty simple. It's this man, Kobbie Mainoo. Yes, Patrick Dorgu had a really good spell, but overall, over the course of the season, it's got to be this man. And then Newcastle, it's the battle of the Lewises, because Lewis Miley has had a fantastic breakthrough season, but Lewis Hall, it's got to be him, really. He's one of the best left-backs in the league, even though he's been injured quite a lot. Forest has to be this man, Omari Hutchinson. There's not really any other options, but he has grown into the season really well. I thought he started off a little bit shaky. Didn't look like he was worth the price tag, but he's grown into the season well. And then Sunderland was an easy decision for me because Noah Sadike has been absolutely fantastic. I'd love to see him sign for United. Spurs, I don't even care. They've all been crap. None of them deserve it. Maybe Lucas Bergvall. Then West Ham, despite the fact they've had a very, very poor season, their 2 best players arguably are under 21, Mateus Fernandes and El Hadj Malik Diouf. I think you've got to go Mateus Fernandes overall, though. He's probably their player of the year. And then finally, ending on Wolves, it's a very, very simple one. It's the 18-year-old Mateus Mane. But let me know what you think in the comments. Who is your club's Young Player of the Year this season? What have I got right and what have I got wrong?